Okay, take it away, Damien, then Jonel, then Christian. Okay, go.
Sige po, wait
You
lang.
can share screen.
Kita naman po. Kita po ba yung nasa screen?
Mahina lang yung audio mo, Damien, ha? Palakas, kasi malakas yung mga ano dito.
Okay, wait
Sasakyan.
lang. Um, wait lang po. Kunin ko lang po yung ano, speaker. Ay ano, microphone po para mas marinig niyo po. Wait lang.
Sige, please. Thank you.
Yung first speech ko is ay, okay. Yung first speech ko po is ang title niya is Picture the Dead. Ang genre niya is drama, coming of age story. Yung theme niya is the last image of life concept. Two high school classmates became friends after bonding to their fascination of death. Logline, a teenage photographer who often takes pictures of corpses, whether they are animals on the street or visiting the morgue. When he accidentally swapped notebooks with a fellow classmate, she, Madison, began befriending him as they bear a similar fascination. It is about his understanding of life, the remnants of youth, and ultimately about the meaning of death towards the future. So gusto ko lang i-clear out na hindi siya about suicide or anything particular, the something dark. It's just that yung feeling niya is medyo similar sa Drive My Car saka Norwegian Wood. And it follows a character, yung bida, which ang pangalan is Photobot. Reason ng pangalan niya Photobot is kasi yun ang mga tawag sa kanya ng mga classmate niya kasi obsessed siya sa ano, pagpipicture talaga. Mostly sa mga pag-capture sa mga mukha. Kaya natawag siyang photobooth. Yun din yung tinisay ko in terms of sa characters niya. Tapos ito rin si Madison. Reason yung pagkaka-fascination niya sa death is because she writes farewell letters in her book before her death, future death, all to her beloved friends and family. And mostly dito po nagpo-focus yung character sa dalawang ito kasi as I said before, this is a coming of age story. So yeah. And as I said before, hindi siya bleak or dark. It's a very actually it's mostly being positive. Okay, wait lang. Okay, next pitch. So, yung second pitch ko naman, ang title ay Walking Home or sa Tagalog, Lakad Pauwi. Concept. A commuter lost his last remaining money and decided to walk back home and encounters a pickpocket boy where they form a friendship through funny scenarios. Yung genre niya is comedy, yung theme niya remembering our inner child. Logline. When a commuter's last remaining money was taken over by the strong wind, he ventures home to the streets where he meets Mateo, a boy with a similar goal. From there, they form a friendship and their journey through odd scenarios. So, it's very much yung mismong feeling ng movie is parang yung plot sa Elise. Meron kasing isang subplot sa Elise na yung mismong bida, yung ganap ni Enchong D, is may kasama siyang bata nung parang nag-i-scatter siya sa paligid ng ano niya, hometown. And yung mismong relationship ng bata sa kanya, parang similar sa feeling na mismong film na pinipitch ko. And yung After Hours, directed by Martin Scorsese, is similar yung plot in terms of someone just wants to go home while at the same time walang pera at during the night din. And yung mismong inspiration din kasi niya medyo similar in terms of ano eh, in terms of yung mismong last remaining pera is napalipad ng hangin. And yeah, it's a comedy. And yung mga characters, si Commuter 28, thin, tall, light skin, cool, shaggy, dark brown hair, light blue long shirt, light gray jacket, watch, black and gray pocket, yung mga ganyang description sa kanya. And si Mateo naman, yung character niya is sort of a ano eh, uh, nagbabase siya sa mismong childhood memory kung ano yung experience ko in terms of uh, not having a consequence. Kasi sa story, they both have a similar goal, ay same goal na pauwi. Pero syempre dahil bata nga siya, 13, gabing-gabi na, mostly yung maisip natin syempre is papagalitan siya ng magulang niya. Pero wala siyang paki kasi nga bata siya. Mas ini-enjoy niya yung moment as a child. So parang ganun yung mismo mga tema. Like I said before, yung inner child. So yung third pitch is untitled Three Snakes in One Basket. Three Snake in One Basket, ang genre niya is crime, mystery, thriller. Theme, trust and regret. Concept, an unfolding thriller mystery of a cat and mouse game focusing on three people, the head of a syndicate, an intelligence analysis, and his sister in one roof. Yung laglag niya is Ricky and Sarah are celebrating their first anniversary. They're thinking of furthering their relationship and talking about their future. However, everything quickly turned hasty when it is revealed that Ricky is planning to kill Sarah. Things get even more complicated as Sarah's brother arrived unannounced. Yung mismong film niya is inspired from Death Trap, directed by Sidney Lumet, yung gumawa ng 12 Angry Men, and Clear and Present Danger. Ito rin yung mismong inspiration niya in terms of being a spy film. Kaya ako pinipish ko kasi I really wanted a sort of exciting mystery and a spy film din. So kaya ang title niya is Three Snakes in One Basket is kasi we have three characters na they both sort of feel like mysterious people na parang may sarili silang secrets and uh, parang nagko-crawl lang around sila sa mismong paligid. And si Ricky, yung mismong parang yung mismong ayun nga, head of the syndicate. Si Louie naman yung spy, tapos si Sarah ang kapatid. So it's very muchly parang closer to Knives Out or Glass Onions in terms of discovering what exactly these people are connected. So, ayun lang po. And ay sorry po. Yung kaya ang title kaya ko tinitle Three Snakes in One Basket kasi po naalala ko kasi yung line sa Inglourious Bastard na sinabi ng character ni Mike Myers about sa mismong plan nilang trap sa sine, yung sa mga Nazi occupation about pasasabugin yung sine, which is ang phrase na ginamit niya is we all have our rotten eggs in one basket. So naisip ko lang na three snakes in one basket. And at the same time din po kasi some part of the story, importante rin po yung mga paintings na may snakes sa basket. So ayun lang po. So thank you po.
Okay, thank you. Wala muna akong feedback. Makikinig lang muna ako today, ha? Okay, next.
Hello, ma'am.
Okay.
Rinig, ma'am.
Yeah, pwede ka mag-share ng screen.
Okay po. Lavish ang title, ma'am eh. Action Untitled. Inspired by action comedy films where they paired a comedian with an action star, but this time it leans more toward realism and the protagonist is not the usual tough guy hero, but the funny slapstick sidekick. And our protagonist sidekick is the tough guy. Yun din yung concept, ma'am. Premise. Old robber carnap gang member Torio sees to find his daughter after knowing he has one. Now, at the age of 40, he found out his daughter isn't in the said province anymore, but rather at some GRO bar in Manila. Knowing that this place is run by thugs, he quickly asked for help on his old pal Ishmael. And after a little hesitation, the two of them plant a rescue and go against the pimp that is behind all this. Victor Torio Celestial, 40s, scared most of the time, great tactician. Ishmael Ginto, 40s, womanizer, street smart, a type of guy that can get by in a city he's not familiar without money or anything. Yun ang sa action, ma'am. Ito next, horror untitled. Inspired by horror anthology films like Cinco, Shake, Rattle, and Roll 8. Premise. Story of three people interceding one another. First, Eric, a nursing student who witnessed his mother's heart attack and after seeing a public suicide by a girl started to see its ghost. Second, Reggie, also a nursing student and Eric's classmate slash friend who is traumatized by the death of his childhood friend Andrew. The third is Shane, a musician who committed suicide by jumping off of a mall. She is the one that Eric saw. Eric, 20s, introspective, people's person. Reggie, parehas na sila nasa 20s, jolly, talks a lot but socially aware. Shane, 20s, artistic, edgy. Yung third concept ko, ma'am, ay rom-com. The film is a character study of Daryl. It's about the burden he feels because of his past choices in life and what is he going to do with them. Wrap around the cute little love story of him and Althea. Premise. Already having a conflict with the career path he has chosen, Daryl comes across Althea. They met at a bus stop. While interested in this girl because unlike Monica, his girlfriend, she actually listens to him, while Monica is such a career-driven person that nothing interests her other than things that could make her more successful. Now Daryl is faced with a dilemma. He has to choose between himself and what he believes in, which is to live visibly as scary thought or go live the rest of his life feeling like he's in the backseat, like all of his decisions isn't made by Daryl. Late 20s, awkward guy, low maintenance, man of letters. Althea, late 20s, analytical but firmly believes in cosmosis. That's all, ma'am. Thank you.
Bali, tatlo. Tama ba? Diba? Tatlo.
Apo, ma'am. Apo.
Okay, sige. Next. Sino ba yung next? Nabigyan ko na ba yun ng ano?
Ako, ma'am. I-share screen na lang. Wait lang, ma'am. Ma'am, rinig naman po malinaw.
Yeah, rinig naman.
Mm. Wait lang, ma'am. Ma'am, kita, ma'am.
Teka.
Okay po.
Yeah.
Ayun, ma'am. Since ang ano naman, ma'am, ay pitch concept pa lang. I haven't figured out titles for my 3 films na naisip. And ang mga nilagay ko lang is yung indicated dun sa activity. So, okay lang din po, ma'am, kasi madedevelop pa naman if ever. Starting with with this one, yung first film. Wait. Yung concept, two friends went on two friends went on an unfortunate vacation. Then the team or premise, with perseverance, they find their way back with the help of random people. Ang naisip ko dito, ma'am, is more on a comedy genre na film na an uh, na pwedeng ano dito, pwedeng marami silang magawa along the way. And medyo ano siya, ma'am, napili ko tong film na to as para ano tawag dito, yung tawag dito, more like experiment pa lang kasi since hindi siya masyadong ano, parang vague pa lang yung pinaka-ano ko, ma'am. Tas yung naisip kong character is si Archie Alemania as Bruce Tolentino, and again, the character is still initial, wala pa namang final na ano. And the other character is Pepe Herrera as Anton De Leon. Yun, ma'am. That's the first one. The second film, the concept is the daughter's rebellion resulted in an unexpected pregnancy. The premise or the theme, asking for her mother's help raising her child, was the route to repair the relationship. I picked this film, ma'am, kasi ano, yung pinanggalingan ng netong film, ma'am, is somebody I know na parang from my recent experience from watching a film, galing sa mga director nila, they want to or they made that film because they want somebody to watch that film kasi yung lesson niya or may specific na tao siyang ano, dito, pinaggawan or yun. Tapos yung character is Sylvia Sanchez as Alita Santiago, her mom, and Ella Cruz as Christine Santiago or her daughter. On the next film naman, ma'am, is a boy with a distant family dreamed about having a perfect family. Naisip ko yun, ma'am, since yung medyo rin, something to relate on, parang ganun, and how ironic din sa concept niya. Tapos yung premise, after a fantastic dream, his fate paves the way to turn that dream into a reality. Yung premise. Then for the characters, the Sergeant Heranilia as Kenneth Agustin as the boy, and her mom as Lolita Agustin, also played by Yayo Aguila, and Noni Bencamino as Teo Agustin. Yung last two films ko, ma'am, they both share the same kasi may gusto kong paanohan dito iparating dun sa audience na parang message to someone. Parang ganun po yung ko, ma'am. Yan lang po.
Okay. Sige, yun lang tatlo. Next.
Apo, ma'am.
Next.
Hello po, ma'am.
Yeah. Start. Pwede na mag-start.
Okay. So, Okay. So yung first film ko po is kita po ba yung PowerPoint po?
Kita. Pero pwedeng full page.
Teka po. Wait lang po, ma'am. Okay. Okay na po, ma'am.
Yup, kita na.
So yung first film ko po is, yung title po niya is Hounds. So yung concept and logline po niya. So yung film po na ito is crime/mystery. So yung logline niya po is a detective and his new partner are assigned to investigate a grotesque murder. The detective then uncovers the truth about his identity. So for the premise, yung detective is Victor Cross, yung bida, yung lead detective. He has a new partner. Tapos, ma'am, yung sa character references and names po, pwede naman po siya gawin siyang local, tas papalitan lang po yung names. Pero yung sa character references, naisip ko po na yung mga looks po nila, i-base ko po muna sa mga Hollywood actors kasi mostly may mga roles na po sila na ganun po yung itsura.
Okay, sige.
So sa premise po is, so yun po si Victor Cross, yung lead detective, may bago po siyang partner, si Desmond Pierce. Thus they were assigned to investigate a murder that seems to be a cult like sacrifice at the downtown area of Pittsburgh. Yun po muna. So after preliminary investigation, they could not identify who the female victim is. Victor then receives an anonymous phone call from someone that claims to be the culprit. He picks apart and slowly explains his true intentions and the purpose of his actions. Tapos si Victor, he leads him on a cat and mouse chase, leaving a trail of slayings based off each individual. So that's Slim Bust. Gluttony po for the lead, si Victor Cross is si Tom Hardy. So pag local po, dapat medyo intimidating po yung itsura niya. So si Victor is a persistent detective with an innate sense of grit, recognized as one of the best detectives of his division. But when a string of murders becomes complex, yung ini-investigate po nila, and he is assigned a new partner, yung capabilities po niya na matetest. Tapos si Desmond Pierce po yung bago niyang partner. Fresh off a promotion after serving under the robbery homicide division, he is assigned under Victor's guidance for his first stint as an official detective. He shares the same principles about justice with his new superior. He keeps himself grounded and ready for the next chapter of his career. This next po is si Lucifer. The devil himself, after indoctrinating a group of humans, each representing a sin of the 9 circles of hell, he convinces them that the end draws near and to put their faith on him. With this, he is released through the group's sacrifice of an innocent's blood. So yun po yung first film. Second film po is, title po niya is Dawn's Edge. So for the concept and logline, science fiction po siya. So yung logline niya po is set in the not too distant future when the world is overrun by vicious mutated animals. It is up to 2 soldiers to find a missing scientist in order to generate a cure. Premise: Alex Price is a military sergeant assigned at one of the laboratories examining the mutative outbreak that brought about the destruction of most areas around the world. Tapos may lead scientist po, si Dr. Yuri Mason, who set out to gather more findings in order to complete a potential antidote. pero he has gone missing. When the base gets annihilated by the mutated animals, si Alex, i-gather niya po yung what's left of the research and teams up with Corporal Laura Williams in order to search for the doctor and finally complete the cure. So ito po yung character references. Si Ray Mason, yung doctor, Alex Price, sergeant. Tapos yung corporal po na parang rookie, newbie, si Laura Williams. Then for the third film, the title po is Home. This is a horror/thriller. So logline niya po is a newly married couple arrives at the suburb they're moving into. At first, things look seemingly normal, but then they suddenly start to notice something off with the place and the people around them. So for the premise, Chris and Dina Taylor are newlyweds. They arrive at the new suburb they chose to move into. They're then greeted by the local people, given a welcome party. After a couple of days, the locals act eerily interested in Nina, especially after finding out she is expecting a child. Chris stumbles upon one of his neighbors who struggles to speak but utters the word leave every time he sees him. Little do the couple know about the cult-like and sacrificial history of the community. So for the characters, naisip ko po is for Chris Taylor yung parang si Jake Gyllenhaal po. Yung parang working everyday man. Tas for Nina Taylor, si Teresa Palmer. And yung sa characters sa people of the community, naisip ko po is mga older people po sila. Kasi yung basically yung sa story po is yung gagawin po nilang sacrifice is so they can be younger po. So, yun po, ma'am.
Tatlo yun, no? Tama ba? Dalawa.
Yeah.
Hound,
Tatlo po.
Home. Ano yung isa? Yung
Hound's Home and
sci-fi.
Dawn's Edge po.
Okay. Okay, next. Sino na? Ano? Jericho.
Okay po, thank you. So yung first film ko po is working title niya po is Luisa, Leyenda de la Loba Negra, which is translates into Legend of de la Loba Negra or the Black She-Wolf po. Inspired by Jose Burgos novel po. So yung suitable film reference niya po is Zodiac, Watchmen, and Seven po. So yung theme niya po and yung kanyang genre is mostly psychological thriller, tsaka horror po. So ito po yung lagay niya. Two rookie detective unravels a mysterious killer who is on a killing spree. Luisa takes vengeance on her husband's subsequent assassination and the people now call her La Loba Negra. So yung synopsis po. Detective Cruz and Hugo unravel the investigation of the mysterious killer who is on a killing spree, 10 murder cases of politicians who have criminal records and have the same pattern of clues that lead them from one to another. Some say it is an act of the devil, and some say it's just a political act. Some people believe that whoever it is doing the right thing to do. Gabriel was a newly elected mayor of Manila in 1973 after the suicide of the late Mayor Arturo.
Cruz and Hugo received a letter that the killer was heading to Mayor Gabriel. The police protected the mayor, and later that night, the killer killed all the police and guards one by one in the dark. Hugo and Cruz are inside the room with the mayor. They found out that Luisa, the wife of the late Mayor Arturo, is the famous killer who hunts the politicians. Luisa escaped from the asylum where she was admitted for years. She hunts Gabriel as an act of revenge for assassinating her husband. Luisa showed everyone how bad their justice system. She finished what the law couldn't and showed the true face of the city. So yun po, yung idea po ng film, ay yung concept po is very similar sa Zodiac po. Pumapatay po siya, sa 7, pumapatay po siya based po sa 7 deadly sins. And yung mga pinapatay niya po is mga politicians po. Kasi yung asawa niya po, yung mayor, nililinis niya po yung corruption po sa government. So parang galit sa kanya yung mga politicians. So pinalabas na nag-suicide yung mayor. Then na-elect po si Gabriel as the new elected mayor. Then yun po, kinulong po siya sa asylum kasi sinabi po na baliw siya, ganun. Tapos then yun po, nung nakawala po siya, doon na po siya nag-act, nag-revenge para sa asawa niya po. And based po sa 7 deadly sins, yung, for example po, yung father na nan-rape sa anak niya is yung lust, ganun. And si Gabriel, which is envy, ganun po. So yung character profile, yun po, base ko rin po sa, yung looks lang naman po, yung pagbe-basean dito. So yung character profile po is Luisa, 35, Ben Guerrero, ganun, lives in Manila, loving wife of Arturo, caring, sweet, jolly, smart, good physique, alter ego of La Loba Negra. Arturo, yung husband po ni Luisa, 40s, mayor of Manila, loving husband of Luisa, kind, handsome, loving, smart, and mindful. And ito po yung si Gabriel, yung new mayor po. Iwan McGregor, Gabriel, 45, handsome, deceiver, and liar. Best friend of Anton, in his mid-40s. Ganun. Yung mga detective po, si Timothy Chalamet, funny, charming, intelligent, a rookie detective. Brenton Thwaites, Detective Hugo, 33 years old, serious, quiet most of the time, observant and creative, loves puzzle, and partner of Cruz. Yun po. Second po, which is The Iron Will. Couple references po, Snow Steam Iron, Sicario, Sucker Punch. Psychological thriller po yung genre ng film. Yung logline. A young woman was institutionalized after trying to escape from a brothel run by her abusive mother, where she learned that injustice prevails in our society. She took justice in her own hands and dared to fight for justice. So medyo similar po sa unang concept, pero about naman po ito sa parang ito ay perspective ng men sa women. Parang ganun po. Like candy, ganun. So, parang ganun po yung gusto kong gawin sa film. A young woman named Kim wants to escape from the brothel run by her abusive mother because she is tired of that kind of life and successfully escaped from the brothel. She went straight to the police station believing that she would be safe there and that justice would prevail over her doings. She was shocked after she saw her mother in the police station. She was declared mentally ill and framed by her mother. Kim was brought into the mental institution and her mother bribed the doctors to make her insane. Nilobotomized po siya, ganun. So she could not tell the authorities about the truth. Kim met Scarlett and Angel in the mental institution and warned her from taking the pills that the nurses gave her because all the patients were once mentally sane and turned into mentally ill. Mentally ill patients, so they would be shut from exposing the truth. So yung asylum po na pinunta nila, lahat po yun, mga mentally sane before entering the asylum. Parang binabaliw po sila, mga escapee rin po sila dun sa brothel. So para mapatahimik po sila, ginagawa po silang baliw, ganun. So nung nalaman niya po yun, she learned that injustice prevails and those who shut their mouth will always be accused guilty. She planned to escape with Noemi and Angel. At 11:11 p.m., Kim successfully escaped, but Angel Scarlett died before reaching the gates. She blamed herself for their death, and she was overwhelmed by anger and decided to take justice into her own hands. So yung ending, may two endings po to. Yung first ending niya po, makakatakas po siya and masusunog niya po yung brothel where it all starts, where it all began. Tapos yung alternate ending niya po, makukulong lang po siya and parang imagination niya na lang po na bigyan justice niya po yung pagkamatay ng mga friends niya. Kaya po may 11:11 something po dun. So yun, character profile. Sanya Lopez, 23 years old, something ganun. Beautiful and innocent looking. Her angelic face and morena flawless skin made her one of the customers' favorite in the brothel. Lives in a brothel run by her abusive mother where she is locked from society. Saw the death of her father when she was young and innocent. She was sold to a customer by her mother since she was 12. Fierce and strong, emotionally and physically. Kim's father is a chief of police officer who hates by political official as he exposes crime ongoing in the city. Luisita, Sherry Hill po, yung evil stepmom ni Kim. Beautiful, but don't be deceived by her physical look because she is pure evil and corrupted by greed. People look up to her and respect her. Abusive, has gambling issues, anger management issues, and responsible for her husband's death. Owner of the brothel, once a mansion inherited by Kim from her father turned into her mother's illegal sex trafficking brothel. She wants Kim inheritance, but she can't have it, so she locks her away from society and sells her to the customers. Ito po si Angel and si Scarlett. Once a prostitute at the brothel run by Luisita, she tried to escape, but she was institutionalized to shut her from exposing the brothel. She knows how to get out of the asylum, but afraid, knowing that there are armed guards outside. Si Julia and San Jose po. So, very, sweet ganun yung look. Angel, 21, beautiful, innocent, young woman. Raped by a group of police officer and sent to a mental institution after telling the authorities. So yun po yung sila Kim, Scarlett, and Angel. They share similar stories po. Bakit po sila doon sa brothel? So they try na victim of the society and pilit po silang pinapatahimik. At doon po sila dinala sa asylum. Kung saan po sila pinapatahimik. Ito, Darna. My own version naman po. I wrote this way back height po ng pandemic. So, ito po yung table film references na Superman, Christopher Reeves, Man of Steel, Wonder Woman 1984. So unfortunately, ma'am, hindi ko pa po natatype yung logline niya and yung premise. So, kwento ko na lang po kasi kakatapos ko lang rin po nung flow of consciousness. So, yung story po is about 100,000 years ago sa planet Marte, where is seeking yung si King Rex or the Ruined King, tinatry niya pong i-revive yung daughter and yung asawa niya. But for accident po, at na overwhelmed po siya ng pagluluksa niya, so he was corrupted by it po, and then nakapag-release po siya ng deadly disease sa planet Marte, which led to its planet's destruction. So pinadala po nila yung DNA ni Darna sa Earth to preserve the DNA and the information of the planet Marte po, and then sinundan po yun ni Ruined King ah, papunta sa planet Earth. Fast forward po sa present. So yun, may Darna na po. Tapos yun, sinave niya yung day. And then, may isang mother na nagluluksa sa anak niya sa pagkamatay ng anak niya. Hindi po siya inaasikaso ng hospital kasi mataas po yung lagnat ng anak niya. Pero wala po silang pera. So pinalayas po sila doon sa hospital. Tapos, yun po, umuulan, sobrang lakas ng ulan, tapos sobrang taas ang lagnat ng anak niya hanggang sa namatay po sa kamay niya. Tapos yun po, na-overwhelm po siya ng pagluluksa niya rin. So, naging host po siya naging host po siya ng Ruined King. So, yun. Bali, yun po, siya rin po yung nag-disease, which is yung COVID po sa Earth. Yun. So, then, yun, Darna saves the day. Ganun. And parang niregain niya po yung hope and faith nung nanay po na gano'n na may hope pa sa mankind. Yun lang po.
Bale, 2 concepts, tama?
2 po, tas unfinished po yung third po.
Okay, sige.
Yung Darna po. Bali pang third po yung Darna.